Well, back to my usual videos here on YouTube. An article I'd like to read by Amy Goodman. And of course, you know, I don't know if you've even heard of her or anything. She's usually considered to be a leftist journalist. So please, just for this one time, okay, set your preconceptions aside and listen to what she actually has to say in this article. The article is entitled "Too Big to Fail, Too Big to Jail." Karl Rove described George W. Bush as a book lover, writing, "There is a myth perpetuated by Bush critics that he would rather burn books than read them. There will be many histories written about the Bush administration. What will they use for source material? The Bush White House was sued for losing emails, for skirting laws intended to protect public records. A federal judge ordered the White House computer scoured for emails just days before Bush left office. 300 million emails reportedly went to the National Archives, but 23 million emails were lost. Vice President Dick Cheney left office in a wheelchair due to a back injury suffered when moving boxes out of his office. Now, you may want to guess what those boxes contained, perhaps. Cheney also won court approval to decide which of these records remain private. President Obama was questioned about the possibility of prosecuting the Bush administration officials. Obama said the following: "We're still evaluating how we're going to approach the whole issue of interrogations, detentions, and so forth. I don't believe that anyone is above the law. On the other hand, I also have a belief that we need to look forward as opposed to looking backward. What we have to focus on is getting things right in the future as opposed to looking at what has been going on in the past." Now think about this sentence for just a minute. If these same standards would have been applied to several outlaw regimes anywhere, including during the Nuremberg trials in Germany, then by the same analogy, bygones should be bygones. And just for the sake of getting along, and for the sake of pure diplomacy, everything will be forgiven and we will simply move on and go elsewhere from that point on. That's quite a statement. Torture, wiretapping, and extraordinary rendition. These are serious allegations. And now Obama has, more than anyone else, basically the power to get these investigations started and underway. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi equally stated, she was the one who blocked impeachment proceedings, and now she is at least allowing for some sort of investigation. She told Fox News, "I think that we have to learn from the past, and we cannot let the politicizing of the, for example, Justice Department to go unreviewed. I want to see the truth come forth." That was her statement. really. Millions have served in federal prisons for crimes that fall far short of these allegations attributed to the Bush administration. Some criminals, it seems, are just like banks, too big to fail, too big to jail, too powerful to prosecute. What if we apply Obama's logic here, his legal theory, to the small guys? Why look back on anything? Crimes large and small can be forgiven, of course, and also in the spirit of unity. But few people would endorse letting muggers, rapists, and armed robbers of convenience stores just simply get off scot-free. So why the different treatment of those potentially guilty of leading a nation into a disastrous war that has resulted in killing over 1 million Iraqis due to false evidence and illegal wiretapping of ordinary citizens, us, here at home? Which brings us back to Bush and books, of course. Fahrenheit 451 was one such a book. And Fahrenheit 451 was written by Ray Bradbury, in case you don't know, and it is the temperature at which paper and books spontaneously combust. And here is what he had to say, and this is what this movie is also about. Firemen don't put out fires, they start them, burning down houses that contain books. In this novel. Bradbury said, you don't have to burn books. All you have to do is basically to stop people from reading them. The secret Bush administration is out of power now, and Obama has promised a sense of transparency and non-secret government in the future. But transparency can only be useful when it is accompanied by accountability in the first place. So this is what Amy Goodman had to say, and I completely concur. Without thorough, aggressive, and public investigations of the full spectrums of these allegations towards the Bush administration, there will be no accountability, and it will have great consequences for every citizen in this country and our future. Thanks for listening.